Hi guys, I'm Anime Mixer 1, AM1 for short, and today I'm playing Would You Rather, and yeah, it's something that's fun to do just once in a while, but there should be a search function here, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to search anime, and just press enter and see if anything turns up, and no, not really. There's one here, hand-drawn life. Would you rather live in an anime or live in a Disney cartoon? For some reason it has selected this one already. No idea why. But 51% said they'd rather live in a Disney cartoon. I don't know why, because anime is cooler. That's a fact. But apparently there are no more anime questions other than this one, which sucks for me. So I guess I'll go on with random questions then. Would you rather be 4 feet tall or 10 feet tall? Well, I'm sort of a middle thing. I'm 6'4.5", so not perfect middle, but somewhat middle. So would I rather be taller or shorter? Would I rather be unable to fit into anything or be unable to reach anything? Honestly, I think being 10 feet tall would be such an inconvenience. I'm going 4 feet tall. Only short people chose being 10 feet tall because they have no idea what problems we face. Would you rather have a tapeworm that eventually kills you or have AIDS? So I can't remove the tapeworm then? Ugh. Tapeworm's is gross though. But having AIDS, that's sort of a bad thing. But I think isn't it treatable now? I think it's treatable. Because I think it's treatable, I think having AIDS would be the one I'd go for. But I'm not sure about that. But you can go to a hospital for that. If I could have gone to a hospital for the tapeworm too. But if this one says it will kill you, it will. There's just that's a certainty. The doctors won't get it out before it kills you. So actually, I also think I'd live longer with AIDS. Just in this case though, if I had to choose between just having AIDS and having a tapeworm, and the tapeworm can be removed, then yes, tapeworm. But in this case, AIDS. What the heck, would you rather be 4 feet tall or 8 feet tall? So, same question as before, just not 10 feet, but 8 feet. And again, I'm going 4 feet, because, and here, again, all the short people are choosing wrong. Would you rather be albino or ginger? There's nothing wrong with ginger. It's actually I think it's actually ginger kind of cool. Red hair is kind of cool in that way, I think. And I know that some people think they're creepy with like pair faces and everything, but I don't think so. Albino's much creepier. Not that there's anything wrong with being albino, just I think it looks creepier than being a ginger. Nothing wrong with being either of them. Would you rather always have a sore throat or live with no fingers on preferred hand? I generally always have a sore throat anyway. I cough quite a lot. I probably should look for a doctor to look on it, but I can live with having a sore throat, and I can't suppress it for when I'm talking to videos and such. So yeah, so better than not having a finger. Also, it's like the tapeworm thing. I can go to a doctor for having the sore throat. So yeah, going with that. Would you rather have Gandalf as your granddad or Dumbledore as your granddad? I don't think either of them actually has children or grandchildren then, just at all. So this is a very, very hypothetical thing. I'm not big into either fandom. I've watched both Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, but that's standard. It all actually boils down to would you rather be in Harry Potter universe or in the Lord of the Rings universe? And honestly, I'd prefer Lord of the Rings. I would. Both options are good, but I personally prefer Lord of the Rings. Would you rather have to smile every waking hour or laugh loudly every 30 minutes? Does this include sleep time? Because this, having to smile every waking hour means that when I go to sleep I can go, Having to laugh loudly every 30 minutes, if that includes sleepy time, then that would be annoying. I'd wake up all the time. I'm gonna have to choose having to smile every waking hour, because what's wrong with smiling to the world? I guess like for funerals and like if somebody tells you, if somebody tells you like, oh, my cat died, and you go, oh, that's so sad. No, I would be unable to have any friends. So no. Suddenly having to smile all the time doesn't seem so good. But you can explain to people that this is a condition. You always smile. Maybe you'd be able to like tell them I can't not smile all the time. It's just impossible for me not to smile. But I do feel sadness when you tell me something sad. That could work. That could work. I'll still choose smiling, but it might be somewhat difficult to express concern and sadness and all that stuff. Would you rather always get caught in traffic or always have really bad internet? Now, I've experienced always having really bad internet quite a lot. Not here, but back home with my parents, they have really bad internet. I am trying to convince them at times to just, like hinting to them, maybe get something better? But it's really annoying, but it works. So I guess it's kind of a non-precise question. How bad is really bad internet, really? But always getting caught in traffic, I mean, this actually depends a lot on where you live. If you live in like a big city, then always getting caught in traffic means you'll spend 3 hours minimum just sitting in your car going 2 miles an hour. And I just said miles because that feels like the more universal English one to use. Like, I prefer the metric system of kilometers, but when I speak English I automatically somehow just refer to it as miles. I know they're not the same, but I always say miles because it just falls natural in English because that's what I use. Though the metric system is better. It's objectively better. Anyway, that's not the point. You drive really slowly in traffic and that will waste a lot of your life. And even if you have really bad internet, then that won't necessarily waste so much of your life. I think you'll waste more of your life being caught in traffic than having really bad internet. So I will go with having really bad internet. It'll waste less of my time, and people here are really addicted to the internet. But you don't get that if you are always caught in traffic, you will rarely have a chance to properly use the internet. I know smartphones and just like mobile internet and all that stuff, but really, what are you gonna do until you actually get to your laptop or computer or anything at home? Like, your phone it's okay for checking your Facebook and messages and such, but it's not very good for like general surfing around. I think the bad internet is better. I stand by it. Would you rather live in a nudist colony or live with the Amish? Alright. These two would rather likely not have anything to do with each other. Like nudist colony, some people would probably, I mean, I'd probably get used to that. Living with the Amish would be if I live in a nudist colony, I'd still get to use all like modern technology. I'd get to use a computer and a phone and like modern cooking equipment and all that stuff, and a car. I just live in a nudist colony. Living with the Amish, I wouldn't be nude. That'd be very, very improper if you're Amish, but I'd be stuck like in the 1800s, because apparently anything created like after 1800 is sinful, because science is a sin. Which, by the way, as a Christian, I don't understand it. They are very hardcore Christians, if you could say that. There's nothing in the Bible that says driving a car is a sin or electricity is a sin. It's something humans have discovered. It's something that the Lord has enabled the earth to have that we can use after we discovered it. There's nothing wrong with using electricity when God himself has made that happen. But I guess I just don't look eye to eye with Amish. But back on topic, I think I'd actually go with living in a nudist colony, because living in a nudist colony means you'd be nudist in the nudist colony. But once you're out of the nudist colony, you'd still you'd still have to wear clothes, because you can't be improper out in general society. And so I'd be living there, that'd be my home, but I'd still go out and about and do stuff, and then I'd put on clothes, I'd put on a t-shirt, I'd probably put on very little, but I'd do that and just be out on town. I'd be clothed, and home I'd be nude. That sounds actually very good. Let's get into YouTube videos, and I'd be shirtless. Let me just get it. No. Just no. I heard Markiplier's doing tasteful nudes at 20 million subscribers. Oh dear. I'm not doing that. Even if I were to reach 20 million subscribers, which not gonna happen, but I wouldn't be doing Tasteful News then. 30. No, 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 no. Don't get tempted. Don't get tempted. Stay pure. Speaking of staying pure, nudist colony. I'd just go with that, and people seem to agree with me. I like that. Would you rather be a heavy smoker or a heavy drinker? Oh my gosh, that's so... I mean, you can... Being a heavy smoker means that, I mean, you have those health problems constantly, but if you're a heavy drinker, then you basically don't control your own body most of the time, because you lose all inhibitions because you're drunk constantly, and that means you can't really control your actions that much. And I mean, even as a heavy smoker, you can still get work. You can still live life normally. You're just a heavy smoker. You can make yourself a very particular smoking area at your home, so you cannot bother others. If you're a heavy drinker, then you're just not gonna care about others, most likely. But being a heavy drinker has implications that you can still recover. You can, like, if at some point you decide to stop drinking, then you can recover from the impact it's had on you. If you stop from being a heavy smoker, good for you, but there's still a lot of smoke and damage done to your lungs and your body and all that stuff, which is bad. Heavy drinking can also do a fair share of damage, but I think that in the long run, smoking is worse because you really can't get rid of damage properly. But I think I decide to be a heavy drinker though, because hopefully, I mean, it'd be sort of a dark time of my life, but then I could come sober and then I could get better and all that stuff and back into life. Whereas if I'm a heavy smoker, I'll probably just stay a heavy smoker for the rest of my life. I think it's more addictive than alcohol. I'm not sure of the science on this, but I think it is. So I'd probably be more likely to get off the alcohol than the smoke. So let's go with the alcohol. I'd be a heavy drinker, and then I'd hopefully get off it later. Would you rather catch your best male friend sleeping with your mom? Oh, catch your best male friend sleeping with his... I'm going to sister, because that's just... That feels less weird than sleeping with my mother. If my best male friend was sleeping with my mother, there would be some seriously weird things going on. If my best male friend was sleeping with my sister, it would still be weird, but not that weird. Both are weird, and I hope none of them ever happen. Would you rather speak every language except the language of the country you're currently in, or speak only the language of the country you're in but know the meaning of every single word in that language? So basically then, I'm sitting here in Norway now, so I'd speak Norwegian fluently, which I do because I am Norwegian, but I wouldn't be able to speak English then, which would be bad, because then I couldn't communicate properly here. But then if I went to like a country like Zimbabwe or Japan or China or Brazil, Spain, Portugal, you know, places with languages that I don't speak at all, then I'd be able to speak that language like perfectly if I chose that. However, if I chose the other one, then I wouldn't be able to speak Norwegian right now, but I'd be able to speak every other language, which would be very good for like international relations. You know what I do? Oh, you know what I do? Yes. Yes, yes. Oh, I know, I'll choose this, and do you know why? Because there are, do you know about enclaves? Enclaves are these weird things where you have like, countries have their borders, like they have little territories within other countries' territories, and this leads to a lot of weird things. But among other things, some houses in the world are on two different sides of a border, where of two different countries that speak two different languages. So what I do is I'd move to one of these enclave areas, move to one of these houses that's on both sides of the border, and if I needed to speak any, if I needed to speak the language of one country, I just walk onto the other side of that country's border, and vice versa the other way, and it would just make me very, very flexible, I believe. Yes, I think that's it. And if I ever needed to speak like on the phone with any of the natives in like on one side of the border, I'd just move myself to the other side of the border, and officially their language would be something else, so I could speak that language from the other side of the border, and then of course vice versa. I got it! I fooled you! I tricked you! I abused your system! Haha! I think I'll make this the last one, and it's: would you rather have 2 sets of twins or quadruplets? Ooh dear. 2 sets of twins would be over a... because that would be over a I mean, when you would have this twins, you would... the twins could... the first set of twins could maybe get like 9, 10, maybe even older years old, and they'd be able to take a lot better care of themselves when you have the other set of twins. Whereas if you have quadruplets, you have 4 very small children to care for all at once, and they all grow up, and that could be very hard, especially if you are like new parents and everything. So I believe having 2 sets of twins would be better, because then you can have them at intervals, whereas quadruplets would be just a lot to take care of all at once. So I'm going for that, and 77% agree with me. I'm happy with that. I feel like I have made the right choice. And that does it for this video of Would You Rather. Did you agree with my choices? I don't even know if I agreed with myself at times, but I had to choose something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, and please tell me if you agreed with me or not, or if I'm just a big stupid idiot. And until next time, remember, I have been Anime Mixer 1, and I approve of this video.